What's up, everybody? It's early in the morning. Actually, it's not very early in the morning, but you know how it is when it's game day for my cards. A 3:45 game feels like I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning waiting for the game. It's always like that on every Saturday. But I decided to do a little short pregame video, kind of what to expect. What do I like to see? What do I think I will see? And how mad I'll be if I don't see what I want to see. I guess all you feel the same way. But since you're here, don't forget the like is free, the subscribe is free. And when I look at the views, I'm going to see the hater to like ratio and I'll call you out. But no, seriously, hit the like button. First, we want to start off with the first quarter. That's going to be something we need to. We've been talking about bad starts for maybe the last 4 or 5, or probably last 3 games. Bad starts, bad first drives. I'm starting to think that other coaches are getting extremely confident. They're passing that confidence along to their players, and all these teams are playing like they know they're going to score. There's not much doubt in our first couple of defensive possessions, which is the kind of a thing that we're going to look for. So if I see early stops, kind of tougher stops, I'll be happy with those guys. I mean, granted, everything we're talking about now is based on the fact that they've been off 2 weeks, not off like bye week, but off. So some of the things you might see, I think it'll stand out. You'll be able to tell what's execution, what's coaching, what's players coming to play. I think you'll be able to tell really, really early. So fast start is something you'd like to see. The physicality. Now, here's the thing. Virginia is a very, very physical team. They're coming into the game with the mindset of being really, really physical. But they don't have a lot of playmakers. So if you expect a bunch of physical hitting, I wouldn't be surprised if they take a couple of shots deep that they don't normally take. They like to take care of the ball. They believe in ball possession. They don't usually take a lot of risks, but 2 weeks off, who knows what a coach is going to draw up. We listened to Coach Satterfield earlier this week kind of talk about when you have so much time to think about a game, you don't want to kind of outthink the room. If you had a good game prep, you got a good plan, stick to the plan, work on execution, not overthinking everything. So you hope to keep Virginia from hitting those big plays that they've probably been drawing up out of just pure boredom this early in the game. That's things I definitely want to look for. Second quarter is usually when our guys start to settle in. For some reason, if you're not down 24-3 or 21-7 in the second quarter, I think that's like our hit your stride quarter. I'd like to see the backup running back Berkeley maybe help control the downhill running a little bit. Like I said, I'd like to see Javian and him alternate a little more. But I mean, yeah, it's hard to pull Javian out when he's putting up the numbers he's putting up. But I just think the downhills ahead of the first down marker that Berkeley can provide this might be one of those games where he really, really, really can come in handy. The defensive line, it's really stout, but they got 2 playmakers. You remember the old college game where you guys had the little stars by the name? That was an awesome game, by the way. With this game, I would put Snowden, I believe he's number 11, a defensive linebacker, and Zane Zandier, linebacker. Defensive end is Snowden, linebacker Zandier. Actually, last year, he was having a big-time game against us. He got a targeting call. He got ejected. To this day, I think Virginia was the better team last year, but I think we really, really caught a break. But listen, everybody's caught breaks against us, so I'm not going to apologize for them. Those 2 guys, you have to have a game plan to attack them, a big-time game plan. If you let them go one-on-one and just trust the system and don't put them in difficult positions the entire game, they'll be in your backfield all day long. They'll be making plays at the line of scrimmage or less the entire time. So Snowden, Zane, watch out for those 2 guys. Big time playmakers on the defensive end. I do worry about them. Third quarter, playmaking. Now, Virginia is stout. Virginia is physical. Virginia is slow. Slant routes, Tutu Atwell, take him to the house. Dez Fitzpatrick, you make a guy miss, you take it to the house. Justin Marshall, you get your opportunity. Braden Smith, you get your opportunity. Gotta take big plays. And you gotta let the ball go. Malik Cunningham has got to challenge Virginia. Now, Virginia, listen, they play coverage. So they're not very aggressive because they got playmakers. They got smart linebackers, smart big defense men. So they don't take a lot of chances in their secondary. But their secondary is still not really that good. So our guys have just got to be ready to make plays, whether it's catches, high point catches over the man, whether it's just fighting for the comeback routes, running all the way through. When that ball's in the air, we're going to have to attack the football ferociously in the air because their secondary is just not a good secondary. I mean, and again, the line of scrimmage, if we win that battle, I think we can dominate the game. But I see a stalemate at the best case scenario is, now I don't want to say the best case scenario, but a great scenario would be a stalemate on the line and force Malik to challenge their cornerbacks, push them back, make them have to play more coverage, free up our run a little bit. But that's one thing. Look for some challenges. Our receivers, their cornerbacks, tight safeties, you're just gonna have to win that battle. It's one of those things. To get it to be a better team, you're just going to have to win that battle. And in closing time, this is what I'll say. Our conditioning will be tested. Our focus and conditioning will show in this game in the fourth quarter. I'll get that in a second. We are going to have to be in great mental shape because Virginia's, again, tough, strong team. Disciplined team. You start falling out of your lanes. Listen, Virginia likes to change personnel, use specialty guys for specialty situations, and when they start switching up, if you think too much or if you forget the scouting report, a second quarterback, a second running back, a second tight end. If you forget your personnel groups or lose containment in those, fourth quarter could get ugly. And I mean ugly like you could find yourself in a dogfight in a game where you may have had the better team. You may have had the better talent, the coaching, but later on in the game, it's easy to become mentally fatigued, start losing your assignments. And like I said, your scout report, your assignments, very, very, very crucial, especially in the fourth quarter. So what do I expect from the game overall? I do think our talent, speed, play calling is enough to win this game. 30, I'm thinking around the area of 30-23. I think Virginia's disciplined enough to not let us pull away. I think we move the ball. The turnovers, it's going to be the deciding factor. I don't think it's raining in Charlottesville, so I don't think we have a Javian Hawkins 3 fumble meltdown. I don't think Mikael Cunningham is going to really take a lot of risk across the middle. I think our guys can win the jump balls up the sideline. I think the deep passes, our guys can keep it out of their cornerbacks and safeties' hands for the most part. So I'll be surprised if we turn the ball over more than once. I'll be disappointed, but surprised. So 30-23 is probably a score that I'll be looking for again. I think we have the advantage in the receiving core. It's just going to be if Malik is willing to challenge them. They don't blitz a lot. They're just going to have to open up. You're going to have to open up your arm and let it go. I think that's about it. Questions, comments. I may do some live. I may do the double live. See what Rummage is doing for the game. So if you want to tune back in, subscribe. Made for the Bill. It's a YouTube channel. I think that's about all.